Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. A while ago, we did a review on the OM3 system camera, and many of you wanted a more detailed breakdown. So, today, we're diving deep into every aspect of the OM3, its features, performance, strengths, weaknesses, and most importantly, whether it's truly worth your money. So, if you're considering investing in the OM3, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Also, link for the same is pinned in the description box. Do check it out. Let's start with build quality. The OM3 is a solidly built camera, featuring a weather-sealed magnesium alloy body that makes it durable and perfect for outdoor photography. Whether you're shooting in extreme cold, rain, or dust, this camera can handle it. Olympus has always been known for its rugged camera designs, and the OM3 is no exception. The grip is ergonomically designed, making it comfortable to hold even for long periods. The button layout is intuitive, and customization options allow photographers to set up the camera to fit their shooting style. Section 2. Sensor and image quality. Now, let's talk about the heart of any camera, its sensor. The OM3 comes with a 20 megapixel micro Four Thirds sensor, but don't let the smaller sensor size fool you. Image quality is fantastic with great color accuracy, dynamic range, and low noise in well-lit conditions. However, low light performance is where some concerns arise. Since it's a micro Four Thirds sensor, it struggles in extreme low light conditions compared to full-frame cameras. That being said, Olympus's noise reduction algorithm does a great job in balancing details and noise when shooting at higher ISOs. The in-body image stabilization, IBIS system, is one of the best on the market, providing up to 7.5 stops of stabilization, which is a game changer for handheld photography and video. Section 3. Autofocus and performance. One of the biggest concerns viewers had was the autofocus system. The OM3 comes with 121-point phase detect autofocus, which is fast, accurate, and reliable in most situations. The subject tracking is great for portraits and wildlife photography, and the AI-based tracking system is impressive at recognizing faces and eyes. That said, if you're shooting fast action or sports, it may not be as fast as some high-end Sony or Canon cameras, but it holds up well for most professional and enthusiast use cases. Video capabilities. For videographers, the OM3 delivers exceptional video quality. It supports 4K at 60 frames per second, and with its class-leading stabilization, you can capture buttery smooth handheld footage without a gimbal. Color science is fantastic, and you get plenty of flexibility in post-production with OM log. The only drawback? Rolling shutter can be noticeable when panning quickly. But for vlogging, travel, and cinematic shooting, this camera is a solid choice. Battery life and usability. A lot of people asked about battery life, so here's the breakdown. The OM3's battery life is decent, but not groundbreaking. You can expect around 400 to 500 shots per charge, which is good, but not the best in its class. If you're shooting video, expect the battery to drain faster. Carrying an extra battery is recommended for long shoots. Another highlight is the USB-C charging support, allowing you to charge on the go with a power bank. Comparison with competitors. So, how does the OM3 compare to its competition against Sony? A7i5, the OM3 is more compact, has better stabilization, and is more affordable, but the A7i5 offers superior low-light performance and better autofocus. Against Canon EOS R7, the OM3 has better IBIS, but the Canon has a higher resolution sensor and better autofocus tracking. Against Panasonic GH6, the OM3 has better autofocus, while the GH6 excels in video capabilities. Pricing. Is it worth it? Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the price. The OM3 is not cheap, and many people wonder if it justifies the cost. Here's my take. If you value an extremely durable camera with excellent stabilization, great color science, and top-tier image quality in most situations, it's worth it. However, if low light performance or ultra-fast autofocus is your priority, you might want to explore full-frame options. After spending more time with the OM3, my conclusion is pretty much the same as my initial review. It is a fantastic camera with some of the best stabilization and build quality in the market. It's ideal for travel, landscape, wildlife, and even video creators who want pro-level quality without the bulk of a full-frame system. But it's not for everyone. If you primarily shoot in low light or need industry-leading autofocus, there may be better options for you. So, is the OM3 worth the hype? For the right user, absolutely. What do you guys think? Have you used the OM3 or are you considering it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more in-depth camera reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.